Hi friends. So we're going to start installing software on our Raspberry Pi 4, and this is I'm running the Noobs 32-bit operating system. Um, Basically, this is just a way to write code. There are several ways that you can run code and write code, and there's actually a built-in way on the Raspberry Pi. I'm going to show you that first, and then I'm going to install Visual Studio Code. And so this is just following the steps along in the book. All right, let's get started. All right, so let's see, programming. Here's a few that are already listed. Um, there's also text editor, which is not a bad one. But I'm going to work out of the terminal, so you can launch the terminal from here. And let me see if I can edit preferences. Not what I needed. There we go. So zoom in is Shift Control plus plus. So Shift Control. Ah. Okay, so hopefully that's making it easier for everyone to see what it is that I'm doing. And I did a Google search. Let me do that again. We'll just use an internet browser. Um, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit lazy. We'll just go in here. Oh, thank you, internet browser. We'll skip for now. I know that the shortcut for opening up code is just code. So it says code is not found. So I guess we will, just to keep everybody on the same page. Um, I'm going to do a search for uh, do a search for Raspberry Pi OS install Visual Studio Code. And here we have the instructions. So I'm just going to copy this. I use Alt-Tab to go between windows. I right-click. Last video I did quite a few of the updates, so I'm not terribly surprised that that went fairly quick. Alt-Tab to change screens. Control-C to copy this. Right-click and a paste. And it suggests we do sudo apt auto remove, so I'm going to highlight that, press enter. Control Shift C, I think copies in the terminal. So anyway, moving along fairly well, I think. Stuff takes time, and you know, if you spent a lot of money on a faster internet connection, you'll find that this goes faster. If you spent a lot of money on a computer, you'll find that these kind of things go faster. Um, but I didn't. This is just my house internet. I think we pay like 40 bucks a month for it or something like that. And it's enough for my whole family to watch Netflix and stuff like that at the same time if they need to. And a Raspberry Pi. I mean, it used to be you could buy these for 35 bucks. I think the Pi 4 with the 8 gig of memory is like 90 bucks. Um, Considering that I spent $200 just for a graphics card on my desktop computer, and I've spent more than $2,000 on a GPU before, yeah, we're okay. All right, so in the book, it's got a few other instructions on how to test these things. I'm gonna just go play around. I've got nothing on my desktop, so I'm just gonna do code, and I'm gonna do hello.py. So what this should do is it should use the application code and run it, and then it should open a file called hello.py. And so we press enter, and this kicks up here, Visual Studio Code, and I'm just going to type print. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's got extensions for Python, so I'll just trust and install. I'm guessing it's installing, so that's cool. But you don't actually have to do that this way. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to do print, and I'm going to just say hello, comma, world, exclamation point. And we see we've got the syntax. You know what? We don't see that very well. See if I can use the same trick. View, appearance. Edit. Let's see. Preferences. Settings. Let's try settings. Let's try 20. You know what? You need to turn on the number keypad. Cool. All right, that is what I wanted to do. Oh, now I've got my Python extensions installed, so I can just run this in the terminal with the Go Baby Go button. And we see that it comes down here and it prints hello world. So that's exactly what we wanted to see. Now, I'm a bit of a fossil, and so I'm going to get rid of these things, rid of my settings. Hey, where did my code go? It'll come back. I'll just hit the up arrow, get it open again. All right, so there's my code. I can run it. I'm happy there. I can also come back here to the terminal, and I can just write sync. Yep. Oh, so I probably need to do cool. So I have Python and Python 3 installed. The book uses Python 3, so we're going to be using it. And so, granted, not a big difference. Cool. So I'm not quite certain what this is going to use. Oh, I can see what it's using. It's running this out of the Python 3 binary file. So we can see that this is going to be running with Python 3. So anyway, The important part of what it took to get Visual Studio Code to install was simply this line, sudo apt install code. So everything else, just kind of showing you how I poke around with it and how I play around with it. Hope this has been beneficial, and we'll continue on making these videos and get them posted. Thank you all for your time. Have a wonderful day.